Hi, everybody. How are you today? Time to talk hot topics. So we got three really good stories that I wanted to share with you today. One, we're going to talk about Sherri Shepard possibly replacing um, Wendy Williams, but not quite yet. Okay. And then we're going to talk about India Arie that started the whole Joe Rogan thing yesterday, coming out today and saying that she doesn't think he's racist and basically backtracking after all the drama she caused. And then we're going to talk about Erika getting in trouble again as she keeps trying to get out of this $25 million mess that she's in. So let me go ahead, play my intro, allow more people into the room, and then we'll get right into it. Hi guys, how are you? So much to talk about today, guys. So much to talk about. But before I get into that, if you haven't already signed up for Perry's hotline, don't forget to do that. The number is 1-702-553-3288. And then before we get into these really good hot topics, I want to go ahead and let you know that today's video is sponsored by ENN. And so here is a word from our sponsors. Let me make sure I got the right one, guys. Hold on. So many things over here.
Now, to help us finally answer the question, this year, the mayor added, we're rocking the rock.
Okay, guys, again, that's Equity Network News. I'm not supposed to like a sponsored video that much, but I just love that video. I think it is very well done. I really do. So I love it. Silver Fox. That's what I call him. Love it, love it, love it. All right, now let's get into today's hot topics. Let's start with Erika Girardi first, because every time I feel like every time I turn it around that Erika's trying to get out of this $25 million thing. Okay. And there's no getting out of it. So what's she in the news for today? Okay. So I guess she did not pay taxes on the $25 million that was given to her allegedly from her husband, Tom Girardi. They put it into her company, EJ Global. She did not pay taxes on that. And I believe it was on the advice that if she paid taxes on it, you were admitting that you got the money, that you knew the money was there, and that you got it from who they said you got it from, was your husband, Tom. Okay, by her not doing this, she got her the company closed down as a result. Okay, because you didn't pay taxes, and so she's not supposed to work under that company anymore. Nothing was supposed to be done to it. So, but according to Ronald Richards, we got to get him back on the show because this thing is getting really complicated. They signed paperwork anyway, not informing the judge that the company was no longer supposed to be operated under. So the attorney signed the paperwork as if everything was fine and it was up and running, even though he knew that that was supposed to be closed down, no more operations on EJ Global. By doing that, he broke a law and he's going to be sanctioned. This is crazy, people. This is all, I shut the app. That's what's going on. So she's doing any and everything to get away from this $25 million. But basically, at the end of the day, I feel it's going to tie right back to her. And you are breaking some serious rules right now. Her attorneys just, I don't know. I'm out. I'm over the Erika Girardi thing, but they're in trouble again today for working under the company EJ Global, which you're not supposed to do anymore because you didn't pay taxes on it. And so therefore it was legally shut down. Okay, so those are the cliff notes on what's going on with Erika Girardi. I'll give you the detailed notes because one day me and Freddie, we got to bring Ronald Richards back. It's time for another visit because it's changing like this now. It's moving kind of fast. Okay, so we talked about Erika. Oh, let's move on to Sherri Shepard really quick. So the Sun just put out, and I closed that down too, article saying that Sherri Shepard is expected to replace Wendy Williams. Let me explain in detail how it is because it blew up the article. It was the Sun that put it out first, TMZ who put it out second, and everyone's going around congratulating Sherri. Not quite yet. Let me explain how it's going down. Trying to put the article up where I got the information. So they have announced Sherri Shepard to be the permanent guest host. They're not going to be bringing back on the others, Michael Rappaport, Remy Ma, and the other people that they have been filtering in. It's only going to be Sherri Shepard. With the hopes that Wendy's going to get better by September. So Wendy has a chance to come back to save her job. If she comes back by September, then she'll get her job back and it will remain the Wendy Williams show. If she doesn't come back by September, and that's a pretty little ways away, then they will name it something else. And then Sherri Shepard would stay on. It's like that. So it's good news for Sherri, gives her exposure, gives her opportunity perhaps to be in this job full time. But Wendy Williams, it's not out. It's not a lost cause for her yet. And Wendy's at a point right now where she's got to get her act together. Remember, she's got a lot going on. She's got the new lawsuit. If they claim that she is legally has dementia, then she won't be able to go through with the lawsuit anyway, because remember, they froze her bank accounts. So me personally, I just feel that Wendy is, and I'm no doctor, she doesn't have dementia. She's just an addict, and she's got to get her act together quickly or she will lose everything. And to me, this is like a second chance for Wendy because she was X'd out months ago, but this is a second chance for a comeback. You've got people, I'm not going to say trying to take your money. I think it was the financial advisor, but you've got money frozen and because people don't think you know what's going on. So you got to get back up, get back in the game, Wendy. You got to get back in the game. I think she can do it. I don't think it's a lost cause for Wendy Williams. I really don't. And not only that, I'm pulling for her. I like Sherri Shepard. I really do. But Wendy has a lot to overcome. And I just feel that she can do it. I don't know. We'll talk about it when I start taking calls. Let me bring in the crew for this next story. Hi, Perry.
Hey, what's up?
What up, V?
Hey, Sherelle.
Gray hair diva's in the house.
Hey.
Eva.
Hey, to you
Hey,
too.
what's up, everybody?
Okay. So before we start talking about the other stories, I want to bring you guys up for this next story because Diva and V might be those kind of people to say, I told you so. They might be, but I think they're above that. They wouldn't do that. Okay, so
yeah, they wouldn't do that.
They wouldn't.
They might.
Don't
So
speak
yesterday,
too soon. Don't speak too soon.
We had one of the most intense videos in a long time. we were talking about Joe Rogan. Should we forgive him? Yes or no? Should he be canceled? Diva came with her. I don't believe in the cancel culture. Everyone came for V and Diva. V was like, you have to give people time to change and all of this. Okay, so it was intense, and people were like, shut up. We don't want to hear it. Shut up. Change.
Bloodbath around.
They did.
The bloodbath.
It was pretty bad yesterday. That's the first time, Diva, the audience turned on you, right?
No, they turned on me before.
Okay, so still only ATT was the panel favorite.
Right.
So far,
I'm the good guy.
You guys was coming for Diva yesterday and V.
Yeah.
V, this is twice for you because they came for you for Tasha K, and now
I'm used to it. I'm used to it.
V likes being the villain.
Somebody told me kick V off the panel.
I'm like, bring it. I don't care.
Well, now today, India Arie, who really got the ball, who really got the ball rolling on all of this, it's coming out today saying, because remember, she pulled her music. She was so offended by him using the N-word. So now today, she's backtracking a little bit. She said, I don't think he's racist. He's just insensitive.
Oh, there's a big difference there.
That's what she said. And not only that, she said, he's not the only reason I pulled my music from Spotify. He was the final straw.
I'm going to have to pull her music too.
Now, people were going hard for you, India, yesterday. What are your thoughts on? I'm starting with AT2 because I'm gonna leave the troublemakers for last. Does she have the right AT2 to change her mind on such a sensitive subject?
You know, I don't think she necessarily changed her mind. What I think it is, because if you watch India's whole video, and I posted it too, if you watch the whole video, she says that, she didn't like it. It's more the money thing, how he's getting paid $100 million and basically the artists are getting pennies. So her real issue is like, you know what? Freedom of speech. He can say whatever he wants to. He can say the N-word however many times, but y'all paying him $100 million and he's saying the N-word too many times for $100 million. You know, he better start getting these pennies too. So I think for her, it was more of I'm not going to say she doesn't care that he said the N-word, but she was more talking about the money part, I think.
First of all, do you see the bully in the corner of your eye waiting for you to come on the playground?
Listen. For me, I have personal issues with Joe Rogan for the whole Planet of the Apes thing. The whole conversation about the whole brain thing was weird. I was more offended by those things than I'm not going to say I'm not offended by him saying the N-word. I feel like that's a conversation, unfortunately, that's going to be had past our lifetime. You know, we're going to be long and gone and they still going to be talking about the N-word. But it was more of the other stuff that he said that I was offended by, you know.
Well, Harry, I'm trying to lead them to that.
You know what? Like,
She was sitting on the edge of her chair.
I know. I'm trying to pretend like I don't see Diva.
it come across as complicated, and especially when you're explaining to people that have different opinions, they're gonna look at it. If you ain't 110% with their opinion, why are you saying this? I think that most people, well, I'll say everybody in this life, well,
thank you.
Most people, let me go with that. Most people have said insensitive things, maybe not over and over and over again. I'm not giving him a pass for that. He shouldn't be saying that word. And hopefully just by this coming up now, it will slow him down from using the N-word, right? A lot of people had more complaints, not just the N-word, just how he treat women or whatever. So everybody coming in with their thing, and they got the right to cancel who they feel like they need to cancel at that time. But I think yesterday's argument was mostly like, is it a time limit on that? I mean,
V, is India Arie a flip-flopper?
She's a trouble starter, a troublemaker. Because listen. I mean, all this explanation she doing the day after she done read the news and watched all the hurricane. Now all of a sudden, oh, I didn't mean that. It was more about my music. You threw that dangerous word out there. That's like striking a match and throwing it on the wood. You started that fire, and now you want to come back with a different story the next day. Now him, I'm not trying to protect him at all. He got all his issues, and as far as I'm concerned, they can throw him wherever they want to. But I just don't like people flip-flopping like that. If you start a fire like that, and then you're gonna come back and try to act innocent the next day as if, oh, I didn't mean it like that. I just meant this, and that. It was more about I'm pulling my music. You could have pulled your music and not said that other part. So you ain't getting no sympathy here.
Go ahead, Diva. Go ahead, girl. Unleash the dragon.
They slaughtered us yesterday, right? They slaughtered us yesterday. They told me to shut up and let other people talk, right? So I zipped my mouth. But let me say this right here. This is what I was pointing out yesterday, right? So after, like B said, you done started the firestorm. You done got the whole community riled up because he said the N-word. You shared that video with all the times that he said the N-word, only to now get in the bus back, put it in reverse, and park it. Because you're going to say, oh, I don't think he's racist. I don't think he's racist. And I watched his podcast. I knew that he said the N-word a couple times. So I just stopped watching him. And I was going to pull my music off of Spotify anyway because I had other issues. Well, baby girl, when you first came out with that video, you should have said all of this stuff right here. But no, you put out the video because you wanted everybody to be in an uproar about how many times he done said the N-word. So this is why it gets minimized, because of stuff like this. First you was rah-rah, and now you saying, no, I wasn't saying he was racist. What you talking about?
Look at Diva.
We don't do that. So that's what I'm saying yesterday. Like, first of all, she herself said she used to listen to his podcast. So that means she knew all the times that he said it, the context that he was saying it in. So she knew when she put that out that she had a different agenda. So she put it out with her own agenda because she was mad that she was being pennies for being paid less than a penny for her song. Well, that's a different fight, baby girl. Don't mix the two. Don't have the community up in the uproar, and then you're gonna back up and say, no, I don't think he's racist. You dead wrong. But we tried to tell you yesterday, right, B? Hey, B, and high five.
No, Diva,
no. Florida. It was a bloodbath.
Okay, let me go through these really quick because I got to take a lot of calls today. What do we think about Sherri Shepard? Let's start with you, AT2.
I like
what? What's going on?
You know, here's my thing. There's something dirty in the water, and some things are true and some things are not true. Like, there's definitely, I feel like there's like a coup or a group of people trying to get rid of Wendy. I definitely feel that deep down in my soul. I think there's a team of people trying to get rid of Wendy.
Like Kevin?
Right, Kevin and company. You know, I feel like there's a lot of people.
You're talking about like that financial advisor? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I'm talking about there's multiple different people from all sides trying to get rid of her. Just because, like, you know, usually we hear rumors and stuff like that, and you're like, oh, it's kind of like a rumor. But now that lawsuit is in play, these rumors now come from somewhere. It's not just crazy hearsay.
God, I see what you're saying.
Right. Remember before, like, the whole dementia thing was kind of like, oh, she don't got dementia. But if you look at the lawsuit, it talks about specifically, I think it's line 11, something regarding like if she's being exploited or, you know, basically blackmail for money, or she has dementia, and then something else it mentions too as well. But basically, if she's being coerced into, you know, having access to her money, then freeze the account. Basically, that's what it says. So there's something that has legs to it. And then there's people, I believe there's people not in her corner for the best interest. They try to take that woman money. Wendy, get your money. But
oh my God, AT2, I think you are so right. What do y'all think about what AT's saying? Ain't nothing wrong with Wendy. Somebody making it seem like it's something wrong with Wendy. Someone is trying to take Wendy Williams down.
Right. I mean, I feel like this. I think, I mean, nobody knows. I'm no doctor, not trying to play one. Nobody knows if she got dementia or not, right? We can
Come on,
speculate.
Taylor.
But I think when the rumors come out, it's easy for people to play into that. And then sometimes you can play into a money grab also. And I think sometimes by that financial officer freezing that account, it could have been her bank. I'm not sure. I'm no banker neither, right? But what if she had authorized people just coming in, taking chunks of money? And if you're supposed to be looking over this, it's like suspicious activity on your card. They might cancel your card or something until they can figure it out. It could have been sort of in her protection. Just saying.
Oh, no, they want her money.
They want her money. Yeah, we were all for you.
No. I'm just giving you a different way. The bank could have been. Now, other people could have been wanting her money.
I say, yeah, you're saying the bank was put into that position because of the paperwork.
Yeah, or whatever, paperwork or money constantly being pulled from your account.
I so agree with AT2. There's a bigger plot here. I'm not trying to be a troublemaker. Diva, what he says, does it make sense?
I think something is wrong with her because Wendy would not leave her show and not show up for her show if she was okay behind the scenes. And that paperwork wouldn't exist with that line in it if something wasn't amiss.
Oh my God, you guys.
I do believe something is wrong with her. She's not good because, like I said before, when she didn't go on her show, she gave her own statement saying, listen, guys, I'm getting better. I'll be back. This time we got no statement from her whatsoever. So yes, something is going on with her. And it's a mixture, unfortunately, of everything that she has. When as you get older, sometimes just naturally you forget things. It doesn't help that she has substances and other issues that are mixed in with that. In addition to that, with Sherri Shepard right now being the permanent host, I think that she was a good choice. I also think that, they want one person versus trying to pay 2 or 3. So that's why I never thought the double host was going to even come through the door. Will she come back in September? That's high hopes that I hope she does, but I don't see it happening. If she's not ready, I don't see it happening. I think that if she was anywhere remotely, this is February, right? Remotely near recovering enough to be here in September, she should be able to say something to us now. And she's still behind the scenes. And they got to freeze her account. I don't think she saw it immediately when it happened. I think she saw it a couple weeks later or once the bills wasn't getting paid. So you figured how do you know bills not getting paid? They give you at least 30 days or something like that. So I think it's been a while before she found out that her account was frozen. It was frozen for a while. Just my thought.
V, what's your thoughts on this mess?
My thought is that you can never, and I know this is the show business way, have overseers over your money that's not related to you. And even sometimes, even if they are related to you, it's sad that people have to put their money in someone else's hands because things start happening. Things start going weird when somebody else is handling your money. I think Wendy's really sick and need to take some time off.
So you don't believe AT2's theory? You don't think somebody playing with her head?
No, I think something really wrong with Wendy. I think she went off the deep end when her mother passed away, and then she was already halfway there with Kevin, and then when her mother passed away, I think that pushed her a little further.
Pushed her over the top.
But once somebody saw her weakness, they start taking advantage of her money.
But I do feel like there is some kind of health medical. I mean, she does have Graves' disease, so yeah, she does have medical and health conditions and stuff like that. But I also think that they are picking apart this and taking advantage of the situation.
I'm sorry.
You don't think somebody's plotting to take Wendy Williams' money?
Oh, they definitely plotting, Sherelle. But see, here's the problem too. She iced out her family way before this illness. She iced out her family. She iced out her friends. Remember, they were saying too, she was lonely over the holidays, all kinds of different things. So when you ice everybody out, when you on the top, Now here you are down for who do you turn to? Now the sister, from what I remember, is a lawyer. So if you needed somebody to be over this, why didn't she put her sister over it? So that's what I'm saying. She's kind of, it seems like she's a little estranged from the people that should be close to her. So she had to trust a perfect stranger.
This doesn't make sense. Listen,
I had to go off camera.
I'm going with AT2 story. Wendy Williams has people that she can trust around her. She has her family, okay? Her sister, her brother, her father. Even though he's older, he still got his marbles. She has people that she can trust. I think somebody is setting Wendy Williams up. And why aren't they just going to hire Sherri? Why this whole 9 months, let me give you 9 months to clean up your act?
What are they setting her up for, Sherelle?
I don't think the network is setting her up. I think they're doing what they have to do. I think somebody close to her is setting her up. I think somebody's trying to take her money.
Who has her business affairs? Like, because I don't think it's her son. I think it's like a business partner that handles her business affairs, and that person is probably not handling.
Like the person she hired over her money?
I mean,
yeah.
For the longest time, wasn't the person over the money Kevin?
No.
At first,
No.
until
She
the
hired
divorce.
the person that's over her money.
Right.
It's crazy. Let's see. Let's just start taking calls because I want to take calls today because this is good stuff. Hey, Corey.
Hey.
Girl, sound off. I'm giving you the mic. First, let's talk about India Arie, and then we got to talk about Wendy Williams. And then if anyone still wants to talk about Erika, we can.
We don't care about Erika.
No, we don't. I don't really care about Erika myself. But what happened with India Arie was her record company probably got to her.
Why couldn't Corey? Why couldn't she have just changed her mind?
As long as she's been an artist and she's been a socially conscious artist, I've never seen her backpedal. Now her livelihood is being threatened, like her not being able to make any more records.
What if she realized what she said? Why can't she say be true? Why can't she say, well, I don't want to take it that far. I wouldn't call him a racist. He's just racially insensitive. Because
there's no such thing as being racially insensitive. You're either a racist or you're not.
Well, so you think it has something to do with her coins and her AT2? Mm-hmm. What do we think about that?
I think that does play a part into it too. Because she said, because she also said in her video, she talked to Spotify and told them what she wanted, and then they were going to look into it. So I think maybe they did work out some kind of deal or some kind of thing, and maybe she all okay, well, let me kind of pull back what I said if they're gonna give me some more money. So Corey could be on to something.
Miss Diva.
So first you want to be socially aware and say that the real reason is that this man used the N-word and you're going to rally everybody up. Stick to that. If you are sensitive and you mean what you say about people using the word, no nickel, dime, or dollar is going to make you turn around and say now something different. So my thing is, and I love India Arie, but let's be clear, she doesn't have a large catalog of music.
Yes, she does.
It's not that big. It's not that big.
He's got at least about 4 or 5 albums worth.
Diva, oh my God.
He's got about 4 or 5 albums worth. Y'all don't know all the albums she's got put out there.
We're talking about commercially successful.
She doesn't have a lot of commercially successful albums out. No, because she doesn't fit. She doesn't fit the mold that they're trying to promote. One.
Yeah.
So she's been wrong. The music business has done her wrong, period.
And she just sold her soul. She just sold her soul.
She did.
She just sold her soul to the devil. Well,
I
Nick,
agree with what Diva is saying because I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this, but it's kind of like there's been this thing, cancel Cuda Brown, and so if we were to go back and be like, oh well, he's not really a racist, people would look at us like, yo, like wait, you done did all this and now you saying that he's not. So with what Diva is saying, I get it now. I kind of even though it's two different
He made a
things.
deal with Spotify.
I relate,
What
yeah.
now?
V,
That's the only thing I can come up
did
with.
AT2 just take
this pump this
AT2 just flip flopped.
No, did he take this opportunity to weasel in Cuda
But
Brown?
I still think
Yeah,
Joe
oh,
Rogan,
yeah.
About Cuda
Joe
Brown.
Rogan needs to go.
Yeah,
Right.
he
Okay.
snuck that
Okay.
in.
So,
He snuck that in.
and then
He
Corey,
still gotta
okay,
go.
like, you get the opinion of Joe Rogan, right? In which
Mhm.
everybody on the panel saying
Oh.
using that word is just not acceptable. And we can use different things, or I know him personally, he's racist, or he said sensitive things at the minimum, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for a person to bring up the allegations, right?
Mm-hmm.
And take it to Spotify, do all this, and then come back the next day, who is worse? Is it Joe Rogan, or are they both neck
They
and neck?
both deplorable.
No.
If this is the
We're not gonna
case
let
with
you do
India
that.
Arie and she took the deal and sold her soul and sold her consciousness, then they're both deplorable. I can't pick between the two.
And then we go back to the point. Then the only reason she truly
That's
said that was for her own gain. It wasn't for the other minorities of it.
It wasn't for the
Correct.
community.
It wasn't for the community.
Y'all, okay, I'm not gonna
It's
let
just
y'all
like I
cover-
don't listen to the girl anymore. I can't think of her name. She was on Jay-Z's record label that sung at Orange Boy's inauguration.
I don't even know who that is.
Orange Boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chrisette Michelle.
Yes, I don't listen to her no more.
You're talking about
So it's just like she sold her soul for some money. So she has to pay the consequences now.
So, Corey, are you mad at India Arie?
Yes, I am, because she was supposed to be socially conscious. She sold herself as a socially conscious, for the community, for the culture artist. She gotta go then.
Oh my God!
You either
I
can't give somebody my money that's gonna lie to me and be
About the money.
a foot soldier of the devil. No, I'm not doing it.
Okay, Corey. Whoa, Corey.
So to speak.
Corey, okay. Let's slow it down, people. Let's slow it down. This is just too much in one sentence. People have a right, if they feel that they want to change your mind, they change your mind, or if this is going to affect her coins, and because at the end of the day, you're not going to pay her bills, right?
I'm not, but I'm not.
You want to
spending my money
cancel
with
her
either.
Oh, you want to cancel her, Sherelle? Well, me and Dee was trying to say yesterday that
that's what I'm asking, Corey.
No,
Corey,
I'm boycotting her. There's a difference.
I'm
boycotting
boycott
her.
India Arie?
Oh yeah, I'll do it. I boycotted Jezebel that married Swiss Beats.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to pipe down over there. Pipe down.
I have not bought an album since, and will not.
I'm just saying you can't light a cannon and then try to put it back.
That's
Cancel
you
her.
right, V.
You know.
She lit my cannon and now I can't put it back. So that means I can't buy nothing of hers. So on my Apple
Are you
Music,
really canceling India Arie?
I'm boycotting her. I'm boycotting her. Yes, I'm going to take her right off my Apple Music right now.
Corey.
No, that's how I feel.
All right, okay. Let me give you time to pipe down. Let's talk about Wendy Williams because you are heated right now. I need you to calm down. Well, is Wendy Williams being set up for her money?
She could be.
I think so too.
And the thing about it is, I agree with Diva. Where's her sister in all of this? If her sister doesn't want to handle it, I'm pretty sure there is a lawyer at her firm that could. Now, something is fishy.
I think we're at a loss for words. Well, there is her family.
Especially her brother who wants to throw her name in every other video. Where's he?
It didn't seem like to me, and I'm just guessing because I don't know for sure. It didn't seem like to me from the very beginning that she had her family involved in her business.
She did not.
Only Kevin.
Except for her
So-
sister. She helped her make the transition. That's why she claimed she went into the quote unquote sober house so she could be away from people
really?
and
She did.
set Kelvin up and make sure he didn't get the money and get this. She had her and her sister made plans in the sober house, quote unquote.
That's true. That
Yes,
is
she
true.
did.
I don't know. This Wendy Williams things is crazy. Let me
See,
take
I
another
pay
phone call.
attention. People in the chat don't think I pay attention. I'm on that ish apparently.
Well, no.
Wait, what?
But you don't play.
No,
Okay?
I don't,
You
because
set it
my
off.
convictions are my convictions. And if you do me wrong, you cross me.
But you have to
I
leave
don't
room
want
for change, right? Just soften up a little bit.
Because you was
No, I
10 toes
can't.
down for her yesterday.
Well,
You
if
was
I
10 toes
listen,
down for her yesterday.
listen, I'm always willing to say I'm wrong. I'm never not willing to say I'm wrong. When I'm wrong, call me out. Yeah, I'm wrong. So what? I was wrong about it yesterday. Now I have the full picture. But
Now you
no
have to
one's
clear it.
changing my mind about Joe Rogan.
You're admitting you were wrong.
I could have been wrong yesterday. Yes. Now, if this
let's give it up for Corey. Let's give it up.
I'm never not willing to say I'm wrong if it
Why
comes
you
out
laughing,
that
Corey?
I'm wrong.
I hear you laughing.
Because I'm laughing at Brendan because he's laughing at me.
Sharon, what are your thoughts on India Arie? Are you canceling India for saying that Joe is not a racist?
No, I'm not canceling her. I'm boycotting her.
Not you, Sharon.
Oh.
No, I'm not canceling India Arie.
Yeah. And did she do the right thing? If she felt that different, then come back and because she started a whole thing yesterday, remember?
She had
Sharon,
D.L. Hughley of Joe Rogan behind too.
Can you hear me, Sharon?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes, she did start a whole thing, but I don't know. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can.
I think somebody may have talked to her yesterday about the whole thing, and something changed her mind about it.
Yeah. I agree. Something had to happen. Big turnaround from yesterday till today. But it is what it is. I'm not going to cancel her. Are you? And you're not going to cancel her, are you? We're just going to say, okay, somebody talk to her. It is what it is. That's what I'm going to do.
She may have got what she wanted.
Ooh.
So you start a whole racial thing to get what
AT2,
you want.
But AT2 is dropping facts today.
He is.
It's true.
I don't like that kind of stuff. I don't like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
You find a better way of getting your point across than starting a whole racial thing.
I believe AT2, something is not right with Wendy Williams.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is not right with Wendy Williams? Sharon.
I think somebody is after her because I do not believe she has dementia. I do not believe she has. Yeah. And I don't believe she. I don't believe she's an alcoholic.
Oh,
you don't believe
she
she's
admitted
alcoholic?
that.
Oh
No.
What? What do you think?
You don't think
she
she like a good box wine?
I think somebody is messing with her and messing with us, putting that narrative out there to get rid of her.
Wait, Sharon.
Possibly,
I wish you had
but
better sound. That's not making sense because
it has to be a legit reason why she left the show and haven't been there since last July. So, I mean, we can say a narrative. Yeah, I mean, I understand that people can ride off whatever you put
wrong
up there.
with her. I believe it's health-wise. Her Graves' disease.
But she went to rehab and she admitted to relapsing.
That was before, right?
Right. Okay.
I think somebody, people can manipulate you. I think she was manipulated.
Into the
I don't know. Manipulated into rehab?
Yes.
Sharon.
You think that
Yeah.
Kevin manipulated her into rehab?
Think about it. Yeah.
They tried to do the same thing to Mariah Carey. Her brother did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but
Yeah, she said it in her book. Y'all got to read that book.
Oh,
It's
I might want
good.
to check it out.
Let me bring up another caller. Because
Oh, Sherelle, before you bring up the next caller, so after this whole India Arie thing happened, right? I was looking up because I remember hearing this rumor, and I don't know if anybody else has heard it either, but let us know in the chat. India Arie and Chris Tucker have been dating since 2013.
I heard that.
I haven't seen any proof, so I'm curious about that.
Chris Tucker
India,
is
call
very
into the
private.
show.
He's very private. And he learned that hanging out with Michael Jackson. Keep your stuff quiet.
Sharon, I'm gonna drop you because you're fading in and out.
Brendan said he had something to
I
say.
hear an echo, so I'm going to drop out.
Okay, thank you, Sharon.
All right, take care.
Brendan said
Really quickly, Brendan, before I bring someone else up.
real quickly, she said.
Okay, I'm gonna have something to say about Joe Rogan. His apology, he's a racist. His apology is as fake as Trump's hairline. And he can take that apology with his sun don't shine.
Okay, baby, that's enough.
What?
Don't sit down.
Okay, I'm not gonna
drink it earlier.
Let me take another caller. This is crazy. Let's say, hey, Freddie.
Hey, Fred.
Again, at the same time, sort of the chat don't get out of whack. Let's keep politics out of it. We talking about individual basis. So we just try to
politics. Okay.
Brendan.
oh, he just no, he used it as a
Politics. Okay, do you guys know who India Arie is in England?
I've heard of her before, but I mean, I'm not someone that jams to her music, put it that way.
What about Joe Rogan?
I've heard of him, but I don't listen to his podcasts. But what my opinion on this is that if he is been using the N-word on his podcast, that is not acceptable, and he should be punished in some way, shape, or form for using that disgusting word, as it really doesn't have a place in our society today. But with India Arie, I don't know whether she's got a personal friendship with him and, knows what he's like as a person. So I can't really judge that. But Spotify need to do the right thing and certainly need to be punishing him in some way, shape, or form for using those comments.
Okay, what about you do know Wendy Williams? Do you think she's being set up?
I think they want to push her out personally. I think they feel
They who?
They the network.
Wait, what?
I think
Debmar Mercury?
I think the network see Wendy as sort of a liability because she's always having issues.
Hold on, Freddie. You think the network is trying to push out Wendy Williams?
Yeah. I think they're ready to have the Sherri Shepard show. I really do. And I think Sherri Shepard's a good replacement?
No.
But
I don't know what to
Sherry's
say.
more reliable. They can count on her being there.
So you think the network is playing head games here and trying to make the public think that they're innocent, but really they're behind making Wendy look bad?
Oh, of course they are. All these networks do it. I mean, Bravo's a prime example of playing head games with people and doing what they want.
when they
if
don't
Freddie
need
get
you
on the
anymore.
mark, Sherelle. I mean, just take one thing for a second. Then we'll go back with Freddie, right? Sherri ain't gonna cost nowhere nearly what Wendy costs.
Oh, y'all are just
And
right.
And let's keep it real. It's nothing worse than the contract is contract. I'm sure she's getting something, but to have a part-time worker when you can pay less and have somebody.
Yeah, okay, you guys are getting ridiculous. This conspiracy theory is just getting ridiculous. I'm thinking, do you think she has a substance abuse problem, Freddie?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, she's sort of alluded to it over
Do you
years.
think she has a substance abuse problem and that the network is taking advantage of that?
Yeah, I think so for sure.
That's deep.
Because they don't want to have to deal with the issues of it. They don't want the risks of not knowing if she's not going to turn up, if she's going to fall off the wagon again, and things like that. Plus,
because when she was getting near the end, she was missing days and she was missing weeks, and the network had to keep pulling people in to cover for her, and they were giving her a chance, and they had to keep pulling people in to cover for her. And I think they don't need her. They don't need her anymore because of the fact that she
well,
got.
I think like Freddie is saying is right. She's a liability to the company.
Yeah.
And then towards the end, even before she left, what is the guy's name? He had to remind her of her lines. He had to tell her who people were on the screen.
Yes.
He had to help her out. So they've been covering for her for a while now. And it's like, definitely, I do believe, I mean, as a business, do you want somebody who can come to work every day? Or you want somebody where you don't know from day to day if they're going to show up?
Right.
It's crazy. Let me bring up somebody else. Lola, do you agree with all this conspiracy theory?
No, you know what I was thinking? I was thinking, what if they were like freezing her account and having like a financial planner plan out the rest of her money for the rest of her life?
Do you realize you guys were saying that the network had Wendy Williams' account frozen? That sounds.
No, I'm not saying. No. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is a financial advisor is they're probably having her account frozen so they can see if she's not trying to work anymore for the rest of her life. She's only 50 something and she only has a certain amount of money in the bank. Maybe they're trying to plan out the money so she spends a certain amount a year where she lives a certain lifestyle, but it will last her until she dies and any mental health care she may need during the day if she has issues. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But they wasn't paying her bills though. So they're bad.
That's what I'm saying. That sounds weird. Yeah. But what I'm saying is like, I mean, y'all saying people bamboozling her and trying to like hoodwink her. So I don't know. I'm just trying to bring something different to the table. Y'all. Well, some of y'all.
But if you were a banker and you wanted to hoodwink a rich person, Wendy's probably an ideal target because she's not keeping an eye on her assets and her money as much as someone that's sort of, I guess, more sane.
Now, I agree with that. I agree. Somebody is targeting Wendy's money, but I don't think it's the network. That sounds insane, Freddie. The network?
No, it's not the network.
No, the network wants to get rid of her because she's a liability.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I was saying.
And I think they're giving her until September because I know someone was saying, why are they giving her that long and not just cut her out right now? I think the fact that she's a legend and she's worked so hard and she's come such a long way from radio in the the late 80s. I mean, she started in St. Croix, for God's sake, in the Virgin Islands. So I think they want to give her the opportunity to walk out on her own 2 feet rather than just getting cut out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, how do we feel about Sherri Shepard replacing him? Michael Rappaport, I just did an interview with Howard Stern's producers. What is that?
Okay.
That's
B. That's B.
What do we feel about
I wouldn't want Michael Rappaport taking.
No.
I mean, why would we want someone that supports a narcissist like Erika and supports someone that steals other people's money?
Right.
Remy can't host the show. I'm sorry.
I need someone messier than Sherri. I don't feel like
I think Sherri should have her own show.
Like who, Lola?
I'm trying to think right now, but I just don't think Sherri's messy enough because she's too much in Hollywood. Like she don't want to insult some of these celebrities because she knows she's gonna bump into them at Bojangles and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like she's not trying to, she doesn't want to sever any ties she may have now. Because remember, she has a movie career, she has a television career in a sense. She don't want to sever any ties. What if the talk show gets canceled in 2 years? Then what?
Look at her show on Netflix.
Okay, you guys. I'm going to take some more calls. Did you have any more words, Corey?
No, because I'm on that ish. Y'all know how I be.
You good, Freddie?
PK. I've joined the club with you guys.
I saw that.
PK. I'm PK. See you next Tuesday of the week.
What do you mean? What happened? What do you mean?
He's not happy about a podcast I was on talking about the audition for the show in the UK. And he can't seem to accept the truth. But I accept, being someone that has public profiles, that you get those comments, but I don't need to stoop to his low-level behavior, calling and using the C word and calling me Freddie F-wit and stuff like that.
He called you what? He called you what?
He called me Freddie F. Wit, and he called me a see you next Tuesday.
Wow.
Oh,
How
yes,
droll.
Oh,
Freddie,
What's wrong
Freddie,
with that
did you
guy?
hear?
to the club.
Sorry?
What
Yay.
a wanker he is.
Where is he?
Not a wank. Freddie, did you hear? You know Dana Wakili? What's her name? The one who was on Beverly Hills with the $20,000 sunglasses.
Oh, Will.
Yeah.
He compared her to Shrek on Instagram just now. He just went in on her, like wrote a whole giant paragraph on her. So he's
PK is
running
looking
after
for
everybody.
attention. PK is looking for attention. So we're not going to give him attention, but we will tell how we feel, right, Freddie?
Yeah.
He's a
Like-
GQ cover model.
He's shaped
I
like a
will be
butterball.
addressing
He don't matter.
You don't matter, PK. No one's giving you attention. We're not going to stoop to your level. We're just going to keep speaking the truth. You fat slob. No, I'm just playing. No, I'm just
All the fat people in the chat gonna be mad now.
Those were jokes. Those were jokes. All right. All right, guys. Let me bring in more people. I appreciate
right.
the call.
Love you
Thank
guys.
guys.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
That is so funny. Oh my God. I love that. Okay, let me bring in more people. Hey Sin, how are you?
Hey y'all, I rushed
Hey,
home,
Sin.
got my chili cheese dogs, got my everything together. I'm like, okay, by the time I'm through with dishes, they'll get me on.
I know. I'm trying to bring people in.
Got my chili cheese dogs.
Someone's echoing. That's you.
Hold on, let me turn it down a little bit.
I was
Denise.
echoing.
Is that better?
Hello.
That's better? Is that better?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me turn it down a little bit.
I was that was
Is that better?
echoing.
Hold on. Somebody's echoing.
Is that better?
Yeah, you're good.
That's you, Sin. Sin.
Let me turn it down a little bit.
I was that was
Is that better?
echoing.
Are you sure it's Stan?
Oh, I think that's the new.
Sorry, you know what? It's me. I know why I had to pause it on my other page. Here I am.
Are you sure it's Stan?
I'm gonna drop you, okay? And you fix it. You fix it.
Oh, I knew I was all right.
Hi, Sin.
Hey y'all, everybody looking good. Hey.
Thank you.
Hi, Robin. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Then you sound off first. What
Perfect.
do you want to sound off on?
I think India Arie need to sit down somewhere and go talk about her perm and her good hair. She knew darn well she wasn't gonna let those, she knew that man wasn't a racist. I mean, hey, but you mess with your pocket. She said they was paying her what?
India Arie needs to sit down and go work on her hair.
Yeah.
She is not her hair.
Yeah, I know. I'm not the clothes that I wear. I like her. I really do. But she the one got on got and said the fact that she only gets a penny for her songs on Spotify.
So you're on the cancel India train too?
No. I mean, just think about it. I mean, I'm not saying cancel her at all, but she spoke too soon.
Ooh, Robin, what do you have to add to this conversation? Woo!
I want to go back to the Wendy Williams.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
am a New Yorker. I've been here since Wendy and I are the exact same age. And I have a few things to say. First of all, I need us to be more clear when they say that they're naming Sherri as a permanent guest host. She's going to be the only person filling in for the remainder of the season. It's got to be tiring to keep orienting new people when they come in to host the show. That's the first thing. The second thing, I don't believe anyone is setting Wendy up. Let's be very clear. Wendy is ill. She's physically ill between lymphedema and Graves' disease and her substance abuse issues. She's sick.
Okay. Let me stop you. Go ahead.
Yes. Oh, because I was gonna say, because it's a few things and it all comes together. Now, when Wendy was married, she was very definitely in an abusive relationship. Her husband isolated her. She had no friends. I mean, even she and Charlamagne were cool, but as soon as she rode with her husband, no matter what, as cool as she and Charlamagne were, as soon as Kelvin was mad at Charlamagne because he thought that Charlamagne wanted his now girl, baby mama, he cut her off. I mean, he cut Charlamagne off. So Wendy followed suit and she cut him off. So she has ridden with him. Wendy had no friends. Remember, on her show, the TV show, the only friend she ever talked about was this friend Reg in California. And she talked about going out and staying in a hotel with her. That's it. It wasn't until after the public knowing about her splitting from Kelvin that suddenly she said something about her sister being more than just my sister's a lawyer. She talked about her sister called her. She talked to her for a very long time. What? Wendy? Never talked about, you could tell. She didn't have, the reason people like the way, and by the way, about this whole how she gets down, it has no filter, and thinking Sherri's too nice. Sherri's nice because Sherri has friends. Wendy had no friends in the industry. Another thing, since I'm on it, and because I've been around forever, Wendy gets a lot of credit from me for one thing for sure, how she turned that phrase, how you doing, around, because the way she introduced it to us on the radio was as a derogatory assignation. Right. So that's the biggest thing. But Wendy's problem right now is because she doesn't have anyone that's it's not business related to her.
Right.
And they're not friends. She'll have no friends. And that's one of her biggest problems. And that's why her recovery is going to be problematic.
You sound, are you saying Wendy's getting what she deserves? Let's just cut to the chase. This is what you're saying?
Well, you know what? I'm going to say, if I would just kind of, but no, that wasn't my point. I was just trying to just suss things out. But I will say that Wendy did throw a lot of dirt, a lot of places. And she was given so much grace by so many people. Did you see the first time Whoopi Goldberg went on her show?
I remember that.
And she was like, my daughter didn't want me to come on.
Do you feel sorry for Wendy?
No.
You remember how she did Judge Mathis?
At all?
I don't feel sorry that she's getting her comeuppance. I feel sorry that she's ill. I think that, some of the stuff she brought on, her illness she didn't bring on herself. But I think that some of it is karmic.
You think she's mentally ill?
No, I don't think she's mentally ill. I think she's mentally abused. I don't think that she's I think that she doesn't have the strength right now. She doesn't have the support. If her support in her family is really just, she can't come on her brother Tommy. No. Her sister's busy down there. Everybody's away. She's isolated here in a way that she wasn't even with her husband, even though he isolated her.
Let me see this, because you're going off. You really are. Do you think that Wendy can make a comeback? And do you want her to make a comeback?
I don't think she should make a comeback anytime soon. I think that she needs to first concentrate on her health and her own wellness. I believe that if she comes back, it's not going to be the same Wendy, because she's going to probably be one of those people who have, like the come to Jesus type of moments and might be all repentant. and you'll see a whole different woman.
Wait, do you know Wendy?
No. Ain't no friend named Robin.
That's shady. You know Wendy. And you
that's her friend's name is Robin.
Very clear, because a lot of people know me. I do not know her personally. Again, I am a New Yorker. So I have been, and again, Wendy and I are the same age. So when Wendy first came on the radio in New York, that was like 30 years ago, over 30 years ago. I was, young and listened to the radio. And see,
no, Robin. I'm not.
No. What?
You're trying to sell it. I'm not.
Oh, please listen. Trust.
Are you going to be exact calling in pretending like you don't know?
Come on, Robin, please.
Yeah, because her friends.
I do not know her personally, but I follow. I'm very much into the pop culture as well. So, come on.
Robin,
okay, so for ejemplo, when we talk about her being falling off the wagon with the drug use, I remember listening to her talk on the radio about how on the weekends, her sidekick, who was then Skeletor, would be at her house on the weekend. He'd be in the living room watching the Golden Girls laughing, and she'd be in the bathroom sniffing coke.
So you are New Yorker. That's the same thing. And then how you doing, to be honest with you, it first came from, I never forget, she allegedly got something about Puffy. And she went off on that, and that's where that whole statement came from. And
everybody became, how you doing?
Yeah,
how you doing? So and so is how you doing. That's where how you doing came from.
Yes,
it wasn't a greeting at all.
No, it wasn't. You are correct. Because I'm from New York too.
See,
originally, and I found her 100%.
Who's Skeletor? Charlemagne?
No, he preceded Charlemagne. He was her first sidekick on the radio.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Because I was Charlemagne Skeletor was killing me. I thought you were talking about Charlemagne.
No, so thank you, Diva. Diva. So now we're right here. You know that I don't know her personally, but I've been around.
100%. I follow her from her radio days.
Exactly.
And yes, right. And but the reason why she didn't have celebrity friends is because of that very reason. She will always tell the truth. She will, her truth.
But did y'all remember the interview that she did with Judge Joe Mathis?
Yes.
Oh, I remember that. That was good.
Oh, yeah.
But some people feel that Wendy's getting what she deserves. This is terrible. But some people feel that way.
Absolutely. In part, yes. You cannot take that much dirt without having some of it come back on you.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people who know her from TV are seeing a very mild version of her.
Oh my God, everyone's not feeling the sympathy that we're feeling, Diva. A lot of people are saying, yeah, Robin, girl, go ahead. She's karma. Oh my God.
That's necessarily, I mean, it was the job that she had. She's the first one with this whole, blogging on the celebrities and keeping it real type of situation. And they knew what it was, and she knew what it was. And she knew that she was never going to be friends with them, because when you have a job like that, you either got to choose, am I going to be their friend, or am I going to just do what I do? Yeah. And so she chose to do what she did.
Exactly. And that's why after she had the whole breakup and she was talking about her new life and all these new friends that she had, everybody was like trying to be supportive of her, but they were kind of probably half fronting, because I didn't believe almost any of those friendships. That she was really friends with Nene Leakes, and I didn't believe it.
Well, she didn't know how to be a friend at that point, because she never had friends, right? Because she even called Nene. She said, that girl over there. She didn't know how to be anybody's friend.
Yeah. Anyway,
you can volunteer, Diva.
Thank you, Robin, for calling in. Thank you, Sin. We got to end this here because we got to come back, me, AT2, and Perry, with some 90-day stuff. So thank you guys for calling.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus, yes. I was watching it last night because I couldn't sleep.
It was good. All right, thank you guys for calling. I appreciate the call. Take care. All right, you guys. We got to end it here. Oops. V?
Hey, V.
Hello.
Hey. V's back.
They should let me sit backstage and watch the show.
I'm so sorry. I didn't even realize till people started hanging up. I'm so sorry. We got to end this here. 2 good topics. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Are you guys upset with India Arie? Does anyone care about Erika Girardi anymore? And Wendy Williams?
No.
Does anyone agree with me and AT2? It's a setup, people. It's a setup. It's a setup. All right. I want to thank everyone for your super chats. You don't have to support the channel, and you do, so I appreciate it from bottom of my heart. Thank you guys in the Stephanie.
Stephanie is so dope.
Thank you, Stephanie. That is so sweet. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Stephanie.
$100. That's real sweet. She's our girl. We love Stephanie.
Yes, Stephanie.
We split that 5 ways. 20, 20, 20. I'm just kidding.
Me, Perry, and AT2, we're trying to come back with some serious 90-day fiance mess. Okay? It's a mess. So on 3, guys, let's say bye. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.